time in the house. He stuck his head in the glass a few more times. He's waiting here on the bench, and he's particularly apparently hungry this morning. So let's not make Morris wait anymore. Hi, Morris. I will come out and do the water here in a bit, but I'm not quite at that part of the program yet. Come on, Morris. Whoa. A little gust of wind knocked extra water down on me. There you go, bud. Can't have my boy hungry. I had brought some food out at 11 or 12, and you know, maybe he just didn't eat it and then he's extra hungry. I'm not putting food over there right now, Stripe, because A, you ate in the house, and B, it's just going to get wet. Been doing other stuff in the house, and I noticed that Stripe basically is on sentinel watch for the dry chow at the bricks. And then the chicken's down here for the third time today, and he's about to have a coronary because there's no food over here for him. So I guess my thought process on let's not put food down on the bricks was not a good one. And there you guys go forth and have dry chow. Sorry, Stripe, I won't. I got it, buddy. Well, you know, normally if it's pouring, I put it in the cat hotel, right? But it was just a little spit, but anyway, it's fine. Hi, you can't lie down for a belly rub right now, you'll get wet. And the chicken says the sooner that Stripe moves away from his food and he can eat some dry chow, the happier he'll be. I would put some a little closer to him, but then he would run for the hills. He actually was out here making noise twice this morning while we were trying to sleep. I do not like the sounds of chickens. I just don't. He's loud. Now, I see a wet bluebird over there on the pole. I was watching out back just for a few minutes. I was taking a picture of the chicken waiting on Stripe to move, and as soon as Stripe walked away, 10 seconds later the chicken was in the bowl. Like, he knew to wait for the cat, and then he came over. It was kind of comical. I guess he's really hungry this morning. I kind of thought maybe I wanted to do some stuff out in the yard today, but it's so stinking wet that just really wouldn't be very fun. I don't care about the clouds, but it's significantly wet, so I guess not. Your turn. Hi. Yeah, it's your turn. That was a little funny. He's shaking right in front of the camera. Hi. There's no Johnny today, but Mom will... Come here. Come here. No? Okay, well, you can be hungry, but Mom will be in to spend some time with you. Hey there, Marty. Mom finally got out here to change out the water. It's clearing up a little bit. We'll see if the rain comes back around again. It was mostly a threat for in the morning, and then I think the front's through. It already feels better out here from a humidity standpoint. Tomorrow's even better. But yeah, I got to change out the water. It's dirty from the rain, dirty from the critters. Don and I cut a deal. Stilt grass for breakfast. Breakfast for stilt grass? Something like that. I was going to cook for him anyway. I'm just joking. He's been in here having fun with electric bills.
Yes, I've been using the AI, and I have to say I am now past the point where I could have manually typed it in.
The spreadsheet stuff and calculated it.
Yeah, trying to get the AI to, I mean, there were a
In this case, it's Gemini because the power bills are on Google Drive.
Right. And I don't think this is a fault necessarily with Gemini. This is a, take what I've got and just, but the problem is in the bills, they use multiple lines for, they have like a label, and then they have like the rate on another line, and then they have the kilowatt hours on another line, and then they total it up. Well, each one of those lines has a number. But what I want is that bottom line that is the total of the number of kilowatt hours times the rate for that label, like on peak. I want that value over there, and it can't grab. Gemini's not smart enough to make that one continuous line and get the value off of that line. He thinks it's 3 or 4 separate lines, and I can get the label, I can get the kilowatt hours, I can get the rate, but I can't get the kilowatt hours times the rate. And then when I tell him, well, to add a column and multiply this times that and give me the result, and he said, no, I can't do that either. And so, well, more correctly, I'm sure he could do it. I just can't tell him how to do it. Just take this, I'm pointing, just move this over here and multiply it by that one over there.
Yep, I get it. I tried to get Grok to create an image for me yesterday, and it was a complete fail. I only thing Grok doesn't do good for me is images. And then I went over to ChatGPT, and it did do better. It did, because I had heard ChatGPT did good with images. I haven't used it for over a year. Ever since Grok came out, I've never used it. It's not convenient, and why? I want to make Grok better. But anyway, but then in trying to refine what ChatGPT wasn't understanding, I used up my free image creations, and I have to wait 19 hours. I'm like, what the actual? That is just so not cool. So maybe later today it'll create the image I want, and maybe not.
So I got the gist. I'm coming over here and sitting on the bench. I'm totally qualified for bench duty.
Sorry, but the before picture on the bench is a good idea. It's almost nice enough to sit out here today. We had to put on bug spray though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow the dew point will be less and we won't need bug spray. But anyway, I'm putting you down here where it's not safe for me. It's not safe because I might fall, and it's not safe because I might get bit by something that would cause you a lot of grief listening to me complain tonight about what I got bit by. Because I have trouble just pulling it out to die. I've got 5 or 6 cut leaf cone flower to put in the ground up here. So we got 3 big leafed ferns. I forget what they're called. 1, 2, 3 planted over here. They were in pots by under the house door. Dawn helped me with those. That's the last thing we did here. Coming over here to straighten out my flag. Got a little crumpled in the wind last night. I went ahead and added creeping Jenny to this pot. I'm fixing to water. But yeah, that should fill that out nicely now and protect that pot a little bit, the dirt there. Don's got it looking really good. He went all the way across. It's a huge improvement. I was a little bit over there on the far bank. Then I cut my hand. I had to go in the house and doctor myself up. He did all around the bald cypress down there and across in here. It looks so much better. He staked up the 2 plants here so that they won't fall over. Yeah, just huge improvement here. All the junk's in the water, but that's fine. The next gully washer we have, same on this side. All the junk is in the middle of the creek, but when the water comes rushing, it'll clear it out. And I did get all the plants I intended to plant up here in the ground. You can kind of see where the stakes are. There's like 3 or 4 on this side of the log and 3 or 4 down on the other end of that log. Yeah, big improvement in there. You can see the front of the gnome home again from this side. It's basically got 2 fronts, I guess. But it's what? I think it's going on 4:30. It is. Yeah, it's 4:45. We're done. Probably actually past done. I was trying to walk up the hill. When I try to walk up this hill, I end up over here on the side because it's so steep in that one spot. It's hard to get going in the direction you want to go. But you can see over here all the ferns and all the cut leaf cone flower have been planted. This is kind of my decoration over here, but where all the pots were down here, they're in the ground now. I don't know in the little green pots if there's anything I care about or not. This pot has an herb, I don't know which one. It smells good though, and some archangel in it. And I'm not sure about the rest of them, but that's fine. One of them was supposed to have a little wild petunia. And I don't know, I haven't seen it flower. It might not be getting enough sun. The weeds might have made it and the little wild petunia didn't. I don't know. Okay. Well, that was fun.